I'm delighted to share this message with you at the launch of the Irish Global Solidarity in 100 Objects Online exhibition. The inclusion on this exhibition in Culture Nights programme allows us to celebrate 50 years of Irish solidarity with some of the world's most marginalised people. Many of you visited the original exhibition, launched in February of this year at what was Green's Bookshop on Clare Street in Dublin. Adapting it, accessibility online opens it up to a whole new audience in Ireland and beyond. I'm sure none of us imagined that the online launch would take place in a world so dramatically changed in just 6 months. The pandemic has shown us how interconnected we all are. It shows us global solidarity is more important than ever. Even a brief glance at the 100 items on display cannot fail to instill a sense of pride to see the achievements of so many Irish women and men acting in solidarity with people across the globe. This exhibition allows us to feel good about ourselves. It reminds us that at our heart, we are a caring nation, moved to act in solidarity with people who are suffering within and beyond our borders. It may be that our history, somehow embedded in our collective memory, will not allow us to remain silent when we witness injustice. The 1985 poster from the Dunnes Stores strike against apartheid brings back memories. Ordinary people raised awareness about apartheid here in Ireland, and their strike forced a change in government policy on South African imports. Their contribution was recognised and praised by Nelson Mandela on his first visit to Ireland following his liberation. We see footage from the early 1970s, filmed by Father Mike Doheny, of the conflict in Biafra. This was critical in raising awareness of the complex issues in Biafra, the experiences of the Nigerian people, and in generating support from Ireland. The Boats at Sea installation on the refugee crisis in the Mediterranean, created by young people in Bray, is from the Change the World Youth Summit in Dublin in 2015. This brings to mind the thousands of refugees and asylum seekers sleeping in the open since the Moria camp in Lesbos burned down last week. It reminds us that their suffering is far from over. From last year's youth strike for climate, we have a clock that was symbolically smashed on stage at 11 minutes to 1. This was done to highlight the 11 years left to avert a climate catastrophe. These items show us that young people in Ireland are passionate and committed to act for change. In the Department of Foreign Affairs, we are happy to offer support to Irish organisations and NGOs who work to raise awareness of global issues and to inspire action. Through our development education funding, our strategic and other partners, we support them to carry out this important work. We may sometimes disagree on particular issues, but we also understand that a strong and vibrant civil society is the bedrock of our democracy. I want to thank all the organisers, particularly the 8020 and Trócaire and the other members of the developmenteducation.ie for producing this important online resource. Developmenteducation.ie consortium is made up of so many wonderful and well-respected NGOs. Too many to list, but I want to thank them all for their contributions. The truth is that solidarity work, in which many participating today, have been deeply involved and has greatly enhanced our reputation abroad. We witnessed that most recently in Ireland's recent election to the UN Security Council. It's largely through this work that Ireland is known internationally as a country that cares about the suppression of human rights and marginalised community. Your advocacy has opened doors and allowed us to access areas that might otherwise have been difficult. It has also ensured that the Irish public remains supportive of our work overseas, even in the most difficult of times, as we are experiencing currently. When the Irish government launched A Better World, our new policy on international development last year, we pledged to continue our work to reach the furthest behind first. Our Overseas Development Assistance Programme is recognised as a world leader, punching above its weight in combating poverty and food insecurity all over the world. Our support is directed to those most disadvantaged around the globe, as we work to achieve our targets in gender equality, climate action, governance, and reducing humanitarian need. We may be facing into a difficult budgetary context over the coming period, but the programme for government has made a firm commitment in relation to ODA and the budget for it. This online exhibition reminds us that ordinary people can bring hope to the most desperate situations, that you can make a difference. Ireland is proud to be seen as a nation that cares. That reputation is largely due to the efforts of many people in this room. I wish you all well with your online exhibition and further in your educational and solidarity work. Gura Mahagat.